Hello, everyone, again, and this is the next MEET.ONE BP series. And today we have in Vahid from EOS Sweden. Hello, Vahid.
你好，你好吗？
Very good. 我很好，你呢？
啊，各位，
All right, all
我
right.
很好，我很好，我
我
很好。
很好。So Vahid is studying Chinese right now, so he asked me to practice a little bit. So I'm helping. I'll help him with the kind of speaking some
Sounds
skills.
perfect. I need a private tutor, so that's good. Nice
All right.
seeing you. You look good. You look good as always.
I'm fresh, a bit coughing, but it's all right. A lot of interviews these days. Yeah, I hope you can understand.
I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see this celebrity lifestyle, right?
No. Very simple lifestyle. So,
I can imagine.
Wahid, tell something about EOS Sweden and why your name is EOS S-W Eden. Explain.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Sure. So Southwest Eden, SW Eden, is a team that started from Stockholm, Sweden, and Västerås, Sweden. And the reason why, I mean, a lot of the BPs created names based on geographics or values or whatever. So we thought, well, the best name that would describe us is not Sweden, because we have a team from all across the world. So we just added a slash. So it's, our name is actually Southwest Eden. And in this new world of blockchain, where everything is turned upside down and new rules are written and new ways of living occur, if you take the map, I mean, bear with me, you got to have some fantasy now. If you take the map, flip it upside down, you will find Southwest Eden just over here. So that's where Southwest Eden was. But what we want to do is, we are actually blockchain agnostic. We are obviously very, very hardcore EOS. But this might sound like a bit like campaigny, but we do actually want to create this new techno paradise. So that's why we're Southwest Eden. So.
All right, I understand. So you wanna join different sides of the world in one distributed kind of nation, or what we can call it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I do think that, like, nations moving forward will not look the same as they are today. I mean, if you just look at the Montevideo Convention and what defines a nation, you need to have population, you need to have you need to define territory on the cadastry map, you need to have a government, and you need to be able to go into relations with other governments. If you compare that to EOS, well, we do have governance, well, although maybe ECAF was not a great example of governance, but I mean, we do have the governance in terms of block producers. We have a population, we have 700,000 registered accounts. We might not have a defined territory, but we are very good in, I mean, we're working with all the, not that we really want to, but we're working with a lot of governments in many ways to kind of make EOS acceptable. So if we can get a square foot of land, EOS could actually be considered a country. So, I mean, these things are going to change rapidly. So we're basically aiming for that, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now. So, yeah.
I agree with you about that, because right now the borders are blurring, and all old rules is changing right now. So we are on the edge of new revolutionary vision of new people, and I think it's really cool time that we are right now living in this, on the edge of kind of like revolution to the next level of being in different, without borders, without maybe passports, or maybe passports like in virtual way. So
exactly.
I think everything will come in the future. It just will take time and our energy need for that.
Yeah, so that's why too short. That's why we're Southwest Eden, because we are a diversified team, and we do believe in new worlds being created as we speak.
That's nice. Can you introduce your team a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So it's basically a bunch of geeks and people that love what we do. We don't consider ourselves working at all. We're just having fun. I created together with Eric Björk, the Birch, very, very prominent figure in the EOS space. We created this Southwest Eden thing, and people have joined. We have Anders, which is actually Eric's brother, for those of you who didn't know. We have Henrik doing a lot of the data stuff, running a lot of the hardware and infrastructure, because as you know, we run our own servers. We don't do anything in the cloud. And I think that's mainly because of Eric's, I would say it's Eric's disgust towards the big giants, and the point of decentralization. Like, what would be the point if we moved everything into the cloud and we have 21 block producers running in the cloud, so or whatever. So we are quite hardware focused. We have Alex, obviously, taking care of the Eastern community and bridging the gap a lot. We have Gunnar from the US. So we are a few people scattered all across the world. So we think we've covered the map, so to speak. Yeah, we have a lot of good friends all across the world. So
you have 5 people in your team?
No, we actually have more. We actually have 2 people that are not known as well.
Unknown members.
They're unknown members in the thing that they are advisors. We have a moose as well. So we are a moose. Yeah.
A moose.
Yeah, a moose.
A
Yeah,
moose.
I'll show you whenever you're here. So we're actually 7 people in our team. Yeah. So
can you shortly say who is responsible for what? For example, Anders may be responsible for reaching the community. Am I right?
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm if I start with Eric, he's the CTO, and he's responsible for. So we've divided into accountable and responsible. And I would say that Eric is very accountable for all the tech that's going on, although he maybe outsource it to Henrik or Anders or Alex or whoever, Gunnar. He's still very, very on top of things. It's been a privilege working with him and to see how that guy functions. So he's in charge of the tech stuff. I do the way he sees it. He does everything that's fun, which is the tech part. I get to do this stuff that's not super tech stuff. I get to do everything else. So I'm obviously lifting the big burden here, whereas he's just playing around with computers.
All right, I won't. I think that Eric won't agree with you in some words, but anyhow, Eric is not here, and you're on interview, so you can say whatever you want.
Exactly. So yeah, and then we have Alex is taking part of the Chinese community and doing it so very, very well. We have Anders that's supporting. He's been quite active in MEET.ONE as well, trying to answer questions to the best of our ability. Always trying to interact with the community. I think that's been kind of a key feature in our team, that we are very accessible. If someone has a question, they could just reach out. We don't really have a hierarchy. There's no bosses in this team. Everyone's a boss. Everyone's a Lao Bao.
Lao Ban. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And then we have
distributed community. You have your own opinion. You always can show it. More people support you, then you're Lao Ban. Less people support you, then someone else Lao Ban. Kind of that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and then so we're a very diversified team, to be honest, in terms of skill set as well. But I would say the number one thing that our team has is tech ability. I'm probably the worst of us all in tech, which I'm very happy to be. So for every 10 developers, we should have one of my sort of people that's less dev, which is like, yeah.
I understand what you mean, Vahid. I know what you mean. I also not from tech background, so in my team, I am kind of like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
So, I have a questions to you about what
Yeah.
you guys did in the past. What is your background? For example, from where you came from. As I know, you guys together with Eric organized the block producer, and you're Genesis block producers for EOS from the beginning. I remember you came before for trips to Shanghai. I met you a couple of times, so we spent a really good time, and you're really positive and good looking, and always active guys. You're really young, and many people like what you're doing. But we would like to know, maybe users would like to know what kind of things you're doing, how you can be useful for the network, for MEET.ONE or for EOS network. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say like there's two worlds. Again, it's like we have this blockchain background, and then we have the real life world, blah blah blah, life background. But if we just keep it to, I would say, if we keep it to the blockchain side, as you said, we have been part of the EOS community since day one. We launched the first ever community testnet, actually, called the Superheroes, where we invited everyone that wanted to become a BP to join and to basically set up their servers, their nodes, configure them, play around, goof around, and just see how far can we push it. So we started the whole thing actually more as a fun thing. It wasn't really meant to become this, I don't know. It's become quite a competitive space. I would say we are maybe slightly adapting in terms that we do understand that it needs to be more, I don't know, more structured. But I wouldn't say we've really changed. We've been the same people from day one. We're here because it's fun, and we're having fun, and we're constantly updating stuff together with the rest of the community. We're not really loners, so we don't really sit on our corner developing code stuff and then we go big bang. Here you go, crowd. This is your gift. So whenever we have an idea, whenever Eric has like the Hyperion project is a great project where Igor EOS Rio realized that well, the API thing was kind of a issue for scalability, and it was really hard to build or to run a full history node. So, and we were, well, I mean, Southwest Eden was one of the few teams that was running the full history, and we thought like, well, of course we're gonna disrupt ourselves and create a way for everyone to run a full history, because it needs to be there for EOS to scale and for any sister chain to scale. So I would say we are tech, like that's what we do.
You mean that you are prioritizing the needs of community ahead of your own needs?
Yeah, kind of, because I mean, someone was telling me like, why are you disrupting, or why are you simplifying the full history, like the API stuff? Why are you doing that? We're like, why not? They're like, but you are one of the few producers that are running it, and you are probably one of the reasons why you are top 21 on EOS is probably because you need to be there, because if you don't, well, block explorers, wallets, they will all kind of have an issue. We're like, but it doesn't matter. We're not here just for the sake of ourselves. I know everyone says this, that like we're here to serve the community, but we feel like we're genuinely here to serve the community. And we do understand that voters are quite, the ones that actually choose to vote are quite educated as well. They do the research, they ask their friends, and like, so, because we're not great with marketing. We do the tech stuff. We're not great with marketing. So we just do our stuff, and we hope.
Be
Yeah.
honestly, we all need to study marketing, me as well. So we need to be better in this. I'm trying my best right now.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I have a
All right,
I
you
have a
have a
small
bit.
bit.
Great, great, great.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, so I understand. So you support community, and your community interest is ahead of everything for you. So first of all, you want to satisfy what community need, and then whatever you have, then you have. Uh, I have a question about the future plans. What are you guys thinking? What do you need to have in the future? Like,
Yeah, so I think that in the future we will continue. Do you mean on a bigger picture, or do you mean EOS, or do you mean
I
how
mean, in
how broad?
next few months, what you planning to do, or 1 year in this period of time? We don't want to say 2 years, 5 years, 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Uh, who knows?
Um, so, oh, my camera went off, or my, anyway, is the lighting okay?
Yeah, it's good. It's all right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So no, I think like we're going to continue creating this new world of Southwest Eden. We do have some interesting announcements coming out soon. We want to try to bring the capabilities of EOS IO software outside of the people that already know of it. So we're working quite intensely on building some sort of plan on how to do it, and we do have some interesting projects, I would say, that we will be announcing very shortly. I'm not in the position to say exactly right now, but it's about basically mass adoption in a sense, but without losing decentralization, censorship resistance, transparency, permissionless, etc. So
All right.
that's I would say that's our main goal for now.
I understand. I understand your point. And from my side, I want to say, if you really have kind of this project, which you cannot say right now, but maybe you can say later.
Yeah.
From our side, from MEET.ONE, we are looking of kind of this project from outside of the community of the blockchain. Is kind of internet traditional projects with their own users. For example, they have million users,
Yeah.
and they wish to try blockchain. And for example, they would like to monetize their project, or
Mm.
transfer their project to blockchain only particularly, so to make a
Mm.
hybrid project. So
Mm.
from our side, we can help it with it, and we are able to migrate projects from another blockchains. For example, we have experience migrating project from Ethereum to EOS, Iron project, or another thing. So if you have kind of these things, you can call us, and
Yeah.
we can cooperate together with EOS Sweden, and with the MEET.ONE, and with that third party project. Will be
Brilliant.
cool
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
together with us. We'll take them, and like, yeah, let's go together.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. And that's coming back to the whole cooperation thing. This is not like, so it's such as we're so early on. I know, again, everyone's saying that, but like we're so early on, we're just in the base of the exponential growth. So and there's no, as the way I see it, there's no really competitors out there. There's just a bunch of people that's having the same kind of headache that you have, working with the same kind of issues, trying to fix the same kind of problems. So if we work together, I'm sure we can do it faster, because the faster we do it, the better we will achieve the results that we're all wishing we will, right?
Right, right. So the goal for all teams around is a mass adoption. It's different ways to do that, but we can cooperate together. Definitely, you are right. And the last question I would like to ask is about what you will wish to MEET.ONE community, and why community need to vote for EOS Sweden.
I would say, like, just don't just vote for EO Sweden. If possible, do some research. Like, check the different block producers, see what their values are, see if you align your values. Maybe your values are not aligned with EO Sweden, and if they're not, they shouldn't vote for us. So, if possible, if you have a few minutes, just Google EO Sweden or Meet Sweden and see what is it that, like, what are these people trying to do? Check the history, and like do some research if possible. And if you can't bother, ask a friend, and hopefully that friend knows. But I mean, I wouldn't say just vote for EOS Sweden, because it doesn't make sense. Like, we want people, we want educated voters. So do some research. No, vote for maybe 10, vote for 15 people that, or block producers that you think could kind of like work for your interest in the network. So don't vote just for one. Vote for a few.
This is really good advice. This is really nice advice, and pretty humble, because you do not say just vote for us. That's all. And what you will wish to community, what you want to say, like what you wish for them, they will hear your words.
I mean, I wish them all a very good year, right? I could easily say, let's go to the moon together. We've been in the very depths of the ocean for quite a while now. It's been a very, I look around, I see so many bears around me.
Bears, right?
So there's very few bulls. There's very few bulls. But you know, I wish everyone a good year, like a crypto year, and I wish everyone good health. So,
thank you. This is really important. Thanks. And Vahid, thank you for call today with us. Please send me links to the things so people that can easily reach you, maybe Medium or different articles, website, your blog producer or GitHub, whatever you have, send it to me. I will put in the links below and we'll put it in the article. And thank you for calling. Say hello to the Eric from me and to your rest of your team. And we wish you have a good day and stay together with us. Stay tuned and let's meet together on the meetups. All right?
Yeah, we will. Brilliant. Thank you. Zaijian. Bye bye.
Zaijian. Bye bye.
Zaijian.